So we have Denny. You have the microphone. Okay, so Denny Lovejoy is from LA.
Hello?
So he's one of the guys on our team. Come on up, and Denny.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. So Denny, we have him doing all our wallet tutorials and blockchain tutorials and any tutorials that we need done. Denny is our in-house specialist to do that. So I've been getting a bunch of questions about wallets and everything. So I just want to take like 5 to 10 minutes and have, because he's downloaded more wallets than most of the people I know, and installed it and work with it. Okay, so because of that, I wanted him to come up here and just spend like 10 minutes real quick and just give us some pointers on security, computer security, when you're downloading a wallet, when you're installing it, and doing all that. That's cool, right there. Okay, so everybody give a hand to Denny so that he can give you guys some tips on it, okay? So
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So happy to be here. Man, just started working with Ty doing blockchain tutorials. And a lot of people want to get into crypto, and the first thing you need to do is set up a wallet, right? And there's so many coins, so you need to set up multiple wallets for many of these different coins, either if it's on your mobile device or your desktop or even a hardware wallet. So I help out with that. So happy to do that. And I'm even starting to do Bitcoin privates tutorials too. So I'm super excited about all that. Right now, I wanted to just talk to you about the basic security practices when setting up these wallets. And I'm seeing, I talked to many of you guys, and I know, I see a lot of brand new faces in the, blockchain space. And one of the key things that many people don't know is password management systems or password managers. Raise your hand really quick, just so I have an idea. Who uses password manager?
Hey, also, Denny, could you stand right here for the cameraman? Yeah.
Good. So about like 40% of the current room right now. That's great. So I'm glad I could share that with you. A password manager, it's really basic, but it handles all your accounts for, Coinbase, all your cryptocurrency related accounts. You can store all your usernames and passwords, and you could even put credit card information on there. And you use this because, well, the basics behind it is you use it so that you don't have to remember your passwords, okay? So another thing that people do is they use the same password for all their accounts, right? And sometimes it's a very basic password. And what these password managers do is it creates a totally random password for you. And you use that for your accounts now. And you could set up different passwords for each of your accounts. And it makes it really easy. So now you don't even have to remember your passwords now. Okay? So the main one that we recommend is KeyPass. You could find it on keypass.info, and key is spelled K-E-E, pass, .info. So I totally recommend that. The second one is encrypted emails. Okay, raise your hand for me if you use encrypted email. Okay, a smaller amount of people in the room. All right, interesting. So encrypted emails. The main one we recommend is the Proton mail email service. P-R-O-T-O-N. Proton, okay? And they're based in Switzerland. And the basics behind it is like a Gmail account, very easily hackable. And when you send emails to people, people can intercept those emails. So with these encrypted email services, for the most part, when you're sending it to another person who's also using Proton Mail or encrypted emails, those conversations are private when you use the service. All right. So the next one, the third one, okay. I see a lot of people searching it on their phones right now. That's good. The third one is, I would say, the third one would be setting up, well, I'm going to talk about this one. making sure you do, when you go on these different websites, make sure you go on the right one, okay? The main reason for that is there's a lot of phishing websites. So more commonly is My Ether wallet. So My Ether wallet, someone will like change like a letter of the address and thinking that it's just thinking that it's the actual website, but it's not, and it looks exactly the same as the original, but it's not. And what happens is these phishing websites, the purpose of them is to steal information. All right, so I totally recommend double checking, triple checking that you're actually on the right website. Okay, and then the third one is when you're setting up these wallets, right? You want to do it on a dedicated computer. This would be my fourth point, but you virtually, you know, I remember noticing on Ty's blockchain in his 3-day course, in his boot camp, they virtually gave everyone like a new computer, right? And the purpose of that is, I would say, this is my own opinion, but a lot of different, all our phones and computers are already so hackable. It's, you know, it's so easy to hack people these days. I mean, 16-year-olds can literally YouTube how to hack someone's Coinbase, and you could all do it right here, you know, just YouTube something like that, and you'll see how easy it is to actually hack people. So I definitely recommend getting a dedicated device for all your crypto-related wallets, all right? And then the fifth one is when you set up this wallet now, the first thing you do is you want to test a transaction. This is very common in the developer space, but they're, you know, as soon as you set it up, you want to test if it actually works for, with $2 or $5, a very small amount, just to make sure that the transaction, you know, got verified. And you want to do that multiple times, okay? And just to make sure that it works. And those are the very basics. Those are 5. I'll give you another one that's very popular, especially with Coinbase, which is the two-factor authorization. And that's mostly related to a one-time code that just goes straight to your phone, and it's it only works in a 30-second period, so you would have to, you know, use that little one-time code that they give you, and you could use either Authy, which is an app, or Google Authenticator, and I recommend those 2 apps right there. And that's pretty much it for my little spiel. I just wanted to share that with you guys, so, you know, you guys, yes, please, questions, anyone, any questions?
While you're using a dedicated machine to manage those wallets, you might also consider putting something like ScriptSafe, you know, belt and suspenders, so that you have to specifically authorize JavaScript to run on any given site. So then you can enable it on My Ether wallet, but if you happen to encounter cross-site scripting, there's a good chance that that will inhibit it.
Thank you. Yeah, great comment.
Yeah. Another thing that I do with software wallets is I use VMware, and every one of my software wallets runs in its own dedicated virtual machine, because I don't trust the code of any given wallet to behave safely in a machine with other wallets.
Thank you. Yeah, if you guys have any other security practices that you guys use, you know, feel free to speak up.
Yeah, just one more. Backing up your DAT file. When you back up your DAT file, either I would recommend encrypting it. It's built in within the wallet to encrypt it, but also back that file up and test that backup file. The last thing you want to do is go to get your backup file, and your backup files doesn't work. So, yeah. Seed words. Seed words, yeah, for certain wallets, yeah. It depends on the type of wallet you're using, right? Yeah. So.
Dow here said backing up your seed words, backing up your backup phrases, your backup passwords.
what do you recommend with respect to hardware wallets or maybe software wallets that you install on your PC?
Yeah, the main ones is the Trezor wallet, and the Ledger Nano wallet. I noticed that the Ledger Nano is backed up till like March time, so obviously a lot of people are buying these right now. I know the Trezor is they're both around $100, $150. But if you're impatient, you could always just go to Amazon, and they do sell it on Amazon also for a good price.
I mean, I just saw some reviews online saying that not to buy these kind of hardware wallets, especially from Amazon or from a third-party sellers, because they just revamped the entire wallets like this. So just kind of sharing those thoughts.
Okay, I'll take that question. Okay, so there are people out there, this is a computer security issue, so it's very important. On our team, right, we have seen, before we would say use Amazon, but recently, we've seen people get hacked buying the hardware wallets from third parties outside the manufacturer. So moving forward, we just initiated this recently. Moving forward, we cannot recommend using hardware wallets from a third party. If you get a hardware wallet from anyone, it has to come from the manufacturer. It does not matter if it's $20, $30, $40 more expensive. It doesn't even matter if it's double the cost. You have to get it from the manufacturer because you cannot take the risk of storing hundreds and millions of dollars on a device that could potentially be tampered with, okay? And what happened was, what the gentleman was talking about is that they had some people who tampered with the hardware wallets. They took the seed, the 24-word seed out of there, and then they recorded it, and then they reset the hardware device and put it back in the box, shrink wrapped it so it looks like it was brand new, and then when you buy it, they have it set up to where they can monitor when funds are deposited into that account, and then the minute they see it, they'll steal it from you. So recently on our team, we have started recommending that you only buy the hardware wallets from the manufacturer only, okay? And so triple check and make sure that the website, like he said, like Denny said, the website is correct and before you go there. So don't just go to any random website. If you go to Ledger, make sure you go to ledgerwallet.com. If you guys have any questions or not sure which is the correct domain, on our site at cryptocurrency.market, I think it's /FAQ. There, I think number 2 or 3. We get the same exact questions every time about what hardware wallet, what wallets to use, and those are the ones that we have personally used, and we have used it for, we have stored hundreds of thousands of dollars on them, and on some of those we've stored several millions of dollars on them. So because of that, those are the safest ones that we know of at this time, okay? So because of that, there's a list of it there, and we don't hyperlink it. We put the actual domain name, so when you guys type it in, make sure that it's the correct one, okay, so that you guys don't get phished.